Hi everyone, it's Trevor back again with Revenue Matters with another 2-minute tip, and today's conversation is around evaluating distribution costs and, more importantly, profit by channel. The first step is just to think about the types of channels that you're working with, and typically they're going to be falling into one of four buckets from a third-party perspective. The first being retail, where a guest stays with you and then you're paying a distributor some sort of commission following the guest stay. The second being a merchant or wholesale model, where the distributor becomes the merchant of record. They're taking the payment from the guest and then they're passing along some sort of payment method back to you in terms of a net rate. Third being opaque, where there's some component associated with the transaction that's hidden from the guest. So maybe it's a package, for example, and there's individual components associated and pricing associated with those components is hidden from the guest. And the fourth being referral. Good example of that would be a meta search entity. The next step is then to take an example of each of those models and take a look at your contribution in terms of average rate by channel for a period of time, maybe a month or maybe it's a quarter, for example. Once you've done that and layer out your average rate that you're getting from each of those channels on average, then take a look at your transaction costs associated with each of those individual transactions coming through. So you might have to take a look at your central reservation system agreement to get some of those costs in hand. Also take a look at your revenue-dependent brand costs. And so those brand costs are going to be related to franchise fees and things along those lines. And that's going to give you your effective average rate. If you're an independent property, you may not have those costs, of course. The next thing you can then do is take a look at your rooms department, cost per occupied room for direct reservations coming into your property through the reservations channel. You're going to have some labor costs associated there. You're not going to have those same costs necessarily with some of the other third-party distribution channels if they're connected to you electronically. Also take a look at your energy incremental cost per occupied room. That should be fairly even across all of your occupied rooms, irrespective of the channel that's coming through. And then also do take a look at your property level brand cost per occupied room. So what I mean by property level brand cost per occupied room would be things like if you have a club lounge, or if you have water bottles or amenities or other things that you have to provide to some of the elite travelers with your brand, then that's something that's going to be a property level brand cost per occupied room associated with that particular channel. Once you have all of that information, that's going to give you your net incremental profit by channel. And it'll be fairly revealing, at least the exercise that we've gone through with our clients is very revealing to see really what channels are performing well for you and where you may want to focus some of your additional marketing initiatives. So I'd encourage you to try it. I think you'll have some success with it.